And hello and good morning. Welcome to Going Over. I, of course, am Fred Slow alongside me, Saleh Taylor. Saleh, how are you, brother?
I'm moving. I'm grooving. I'm grateful. How you doing? How you feeling?
Oh man, I never complain. I'm so fortunate in life. I mean, who else do you know is a professional talk show host, a wrestling promoter, and a jack of all trades?
That's amazing people, actually. Yeah, man.
Big
Everything's
thank
great.
you. Big thank you to everyone who's taking the time to join us. If it's live on 95, pre-recorded on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal heard Saturday mornings terrestrially here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Big thank you to our CBS sports affiliate. We're having some sports adjacent content on with they. And then if you find us on our social media outlets, Facebook, Instagram, the X, or Spotify, Apple, iTunes, podcast, wherever you get your podcast, you can get us. Okay. Saleh. There's so much wrestling in our world right now, big dog.
There's so much, man. There's so much.
I can't handle it.
I, I,
We
it's a good problem. It's a good problem.
It's a good problem. We got a big announcement to make. We're going to Clovis. Let's go.
Let's
February
talk
the
about this.
24th. Duke City Championship Wrestling versus South Plains Championship Wrestling, SPCW versus DCCW. We're going to Clovis, February the 24th at the Curry County Event Center. It has been dubbed the Dirty Curry. It is going down. It's Texas versus New Mexico. It's Border Wars. Big thank you to the city of Clovis. The city of Clovis is making this happen. We went in front of they last week. They allocated a whole bunch of money to bring this event in. I was so thankful to they. The thing is handled. It's going to be at or near the best little pro wrestling show you have ever seen, and we're going to do it right in Clovis, New Mexico. So if you're in Texas, come see us. If you're in New Mexico, come see us. We got after parties and hotels, and we got the whole thing set up. February the 24th. It's a Saturday. We're doing it in Clovis. Some of the biggest and best names in the game. We're going to release those as they come out. Saleh, how excited for you, or excuse me, how excited are you for us to take Duke City Championship Wrestling on the road? First time live outside of the historic El Rey Theater, not counting Teen United Explorer, which was a lot of fun, but that was more of a dry run where we helped some kids and got back to the community. How do you feel?
I'm so stoked. I'm so excited. I'm honored that we're in a position that we're able to start doing
Yeah.
some house shows and stuff. And like more importantly, I cannot say this enough. We love and appreciate all of our fans that give us a reason to go out and start doing a bit of an outreach right here. This is going to be this is a huge deal. This is an
Mm-hmm.
exciting thing, where our guys can be seen live somewhere else. But more importantly, you got some other cats that wants to work with us in another setting, and this is the best chance for them to come and work with us. This is going to be great, man. This is going to be
Also
great.
also an early riser, is friend of the broadcast and Duke City Championship wrestler worker. That's Tommy Two Scoops, and he says
Two
last week
scoops.
he was in LA. He was able to watch Jacob Fatu in action and dominate in the main event. Good luck to whoever faces him in New Mexico. That, of course, is a reference to Jacob Fatu coming to the historic El Rey Theater this month, January the 20th. That is 1 week from the airing of this terrestrially. That is January the 20th, however else you're listening. But yeah, Jacob Fatu is coming to town. That's by way of you, Saleh. You set up that. Obviously, Jacob Fatu, a friend of Going Over. He's done the program with us before. He stepped away from the organization he was with, and he's making big splashes and all the independent promotions that he's getting a chance to go to, and his next stop will be next weekend here in beautiful and historic Albuquerque, New Mexico, at the historic El Rey Theater.
We got the Samoan werewolf coming in town, baby. I'm so excited. This thing is it's a family thing, and I'm so excited that I got my cousin, man. I got my little brother coming in. Y'all hear me talk about this. I'm so proud of him. The moves he's been making and
Mm-hmm.
the choices he's been making for himself and for his family. So the fact that he was able to make room for us is a massive big deal. And it's one of those things where you got to be careful when you're working business with family.
Oh
But
yeah,
he's professional, and I'm looking to be professional. He's giving me a chance to be professional.
yeah.
So
It's gonna be a lot of fun. I think you're very correct. There the family aspect's interesting, right? Because, and I'll use pro wrestling as the example because this is the world we live in. The individuals in it, they often want to create that energy. The
yeah,
individuals that are part of at least our promotion, because this is the one I can speak, most wholeheartedly to, is they have a sense of fellowship pretty quickly, with those that surround the sport. And with that, I don't know that in my professional life. In the world of radio, it's it's a little bit like a have microphone will travel. It's a I don't care what 3-letter network I'm with. I've been with all of them. I've been ESPN and NBC and Fox and CBS and ABC. Like I've done work for all of them, plus a million other entities that no one would recognize. And in pro wrestling, they immediately build a loyalty. They immediately build a fandom.
Yeah.
Production guys are the workers, or it's the Clown Dog who does our hot dogs, and now Howdy Cakes, who's a part of it, who put out the most heartfelt Instagram post ever about the excitement of her name's Liz bringing Howdy Cakes to the Duke City Championship Wrestling sphere. And I'm just like, this is wild.
This is
just how much love surrounds this thing.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Like for those who was at our last live event at the historic El Rey,
yeah,
we got a pop from was it Micah that was just sweeping the ring.
A guy sweeping the ring. We do a Yeah. Oh my gosh.
There was a big pop. I don't think you understand.
It doesn't make sense, man. We do a confetti spot. That's what you're talking about. So we have a guy who does a confetti spot, and I hate it. It's the worst spot in pro wrestling. It is a mess. The thing is a mess. And then for the rest of the show, we got guys rolling around with glitter on them, and there's cameramen and ankles, and the whole thing is. And I'm like, and it's Valak Vile. He's one of my favorites, if I'm going to be honest.
I love him so much.
He's like he's got a magician gimmick, and he shoots this magic wand, and the magic wand makes a confetti ball. And I think he's just trying to move himself up the card. I think he's trying to get all the way to the main event so that that's not part of the cleanup. I think that's his whole approach here. But yeah, we got Micah Frankel, who's on a competitive radio station here in town, but he works for us at Duke City Championship Wrestling. He's out sweeping in the crowd. Every sweep he takes, they go sweep, 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 sweep. And it's like do you remember
beautiful things?
Where'd you go to college? UNM or New Mexico State?
NMSU and UNM. I'm a Lobo. I'm a laggy.
There you go, a laggy. I went to Washington State University, and the thing we used to do at basketball games is whenever an opposing player would get a technical foul, then they'd walk to the bench. They go left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left. And that's what it reminded me of. And I was like, we've captured something wild, special here. We've done something really incredible. And I have this idea in the future where I want to just like pepper the entire audience with like colored shirts. I want gray shirts and black shirts and gold, you know what I mean? And create like a, and we'll get them sponsored. We'll do the whole thing. It'll be the whole thing. But I have no doubt in my mind, if we put out, 500, if we did a blackout, if we did something of that nature, if we did that, every single fan would be in. There's no doubt in my mind that they wouldn't be in. And it's just, I'm kind of incredible, that family atmosphere from those creating it to those enjoying it.
There's this unspoken thing, but like whenever you go to a live event, especially like a wrestling event, if you're buying tickets that's close to the ring,
yeah,
you're going to be seen and you're going to be more involved. So I'm loving every single one that comes in general, but those who are in the sitting ringside, they just know that hey, it's time to show up. It's time to be part of the show, and let's just do the thing, man. I love it.
Tommy Two Scoops says he will say that when he was at the show last night in LA, there were about 500 people strong chanting Two Scoops during Fatu's match. I don't hate that.
I don't hate that at all. I'm with it. I'm proud of that. Hell yeah.
Jacob Fatu is coming to town with us. We're excited about that. Like we said, he's in your family. He's a friend of mine. We're excited to have him out. He's kind of the first outside of Angelica Risk. Angelica Risk was the first, but Jacob is the first male competitor that we've gone out and said, hey, we're going to get a guy outside of Duke City Championship Wrestling to see if we can't put some new eyes on Duke City Championship Wrestling. And we've been able to tie it in with what? Our presence at Comic-Con. So we're excited to have him with us. We'll be at Comic-Con the 19th, 20th, and 21st. That's down at the Convention Center here in Albuquerque. And what it is Duke City Championship Wrestling is going to have a presence. We're going to be there. We're going to be yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be laughing a lot. We're going to enjoy fellowship. Lots of Duke City Championship wrestlers are going to be out there, so you're going to be able to meet some of your heroes. Missy Hyatt is going to come out and hang with us. You know her from her famed WCW days, so she'll be out with us. And That'll be a lot of fun. She'll be signing autographs. We're going to do that Saturday, 1 week from today, if you're on the terrestrial airing. We're going to do that on Saturday the 20th from noon to 3. And I believe Jacob's going to be out there with us noon to 2 or noon to 3 on Sunday the 21st. He'll be signing autographs and being a part of the Duke City Championship Wrestling as well. And we got a bunch of production guys helping. We're setting up, and we got my very good friend Peach is going to be out, and she's going to man the booth the whole weekend, and she's going to make sure people know exactly how much fun we're having. Also, a lot of the performers joining us on the live stream that we do for the taping of this, and it's Mr. Happy in with us, Fonzie LaFleur in with us. It is about
morning, good morning, y'all.
Yep. Well, and Fonzie makes a good point. You can pay tickets for the front row seat, or excuse me, you can pay cash to be right there front row. But what you get in return is a bunch of high fives. I mean, really, it's an investment. You get them from all the pro wrestlers.
Every single one that comes through, just believe we coming for you.
SPCW has a big event this weekend, which is going to set up, a lot of the story for the event in Clovis, and that's on the 24th. And the thing about that SPCW event out in Texas is whenever they bring their guys to Clovis, it's who are they going to have with them, right? Because it's more of a one-off. It's more of a live experience as opposed to like part of our TV program, as a part of our canon, as a part of our taping. So with that said, if you're not at the live event, at Clovis, you don't know what's going to happen in that story, because we're not putting it as part of the TV canon. Yeah, we'll have some cameras there. Yeah, we'll create some stuff. Yeah, we'll tell the story, but it's not the way that you traditionally absorb the story. The new episode of Wrestling at the Historic El Rey comes out today, right? Comcast Channel 26, Comcast Channel 27 on Wednesdays. Also, you can get all that at youtube.com/@DCCDub. But with that said, the Clovis show is going to stand special because that's not going to be part of that story. That's going to be its own standalone. When we go around the country, we're going to do some talent, or we're going to do some fun stuff. I said country. I meant state. Soon country. That's the plan, right? But yeah, whenever we are doing that, Sally, we're going to go around and we're going to create fun one-off stories. And going to Clovis is a big deal because it's the first one. We're going to do a lot of them. This is the first one. And if you get a chance to come out there and be a part of that, you can. Tickets are already sold. Like, we put them up live yesterday. Like, they went up on the 12th. We're recording on the 13th. They're out there. And it's not DCCWtickets.com like that traditionally is. That gets you to the historic El Rey shows. DCClive.com. Completely different entity. We're on the road, Saleh.
So, revealing behind the curtain, or actually for those who just don't know, this is called a house show. So whenever you hear like a house show or a dark show, that means there's going to be no cameras. So this is something you're only going to be able to experience live. Only, so anything that's happening here will only happen here. And this is like a great time for promotions, for productions to put on to just have things that you will never really see on TV.
Yeah.
I remember when I was like 10, back when it was WWF, they came through Seattle and they were doing a house show. I saw Yokozuna in a triple threat match with Hulk Hogan, Bret Hart.
Pretty good.
And you'll never see that live. There's like beautiful things that you can pull off on a dark match, because you're like, you know what? Let's give them something special. Give people a real reason to come check this out. And we got New Mexico versus Texas on this. We're going all out. This is going to be an amazing show.
Well, and if you're listening to us terrestrially, immediately following, our block, this is Radio Talk. What we're going to do is we're going to play an interview I did earlier this week with Ricochet. And Ricochet, who's a WWE superstar, he came on my Monday through Friday talk show, 2 Men On, heard here on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. And we talked about exactly that, Sally. We talked about house shows. And we talked about how during house shows, you can have a little bit more fun and you can tell a story without a microphone. And you can work through some things. And often house shows for a lot of the fans around the country, because the big 50-ish cities, maybe it's not even 50, the big 40-ish cities that get the television tapings and the pay-per-views, maybe it's 50. But there's so many places around this country that don't get that.
Yeah.
And now that we're coming out of the pandemic and now that things are back to quote unquote normal, there's a lot of kids. If it's Duke City Championship Wrestling, if it's South Plains Championship Wrestling, if it's WWE or AEW or whoever it is, there's a lot of kids experiencing pro wrestling for the first time. And Ricochet and the performers alongside him at WWE, which Ricochet will speak on whenever he joins us here after the break, he's going to tell you about how this is the first impression they ever get of pro wrestling and how important he is that he makes a good one, at house shows like in El Paso and Rio Rancho and Las Cruces and everywhere else that's happening.
So here's a beautiful thing that I love
Yeah.
about house shows. I talked about how a lot of time the promotions will like do things that they won't get a chance to do on camera, and every single superstar, every single professional wrestler that's involved with it, they feel more of a weight on this because they know that this is a one-off. This is something that these guys who rarely get a chance to go to a live event, they get a chance to see them live,
Mhm.
and so it's a big first impression that every single person that is involved, we don't take it lightly. So every single person that we bring with us to these shows, and every single one that we're going to continue taking with us, and when the further we go along the road, they know that we want to give you as best a show as possible.
Let's do this. Let's step away so we can come back with Ricochet. The introduction, because this is literally the interview we ran during the week. The introduction is me on 2 Men On, but it's me. I mean, there's no one else. But what it is, it's Ricochet joining us because WWE is live at the Rio Rancho Event Center. That is tomorrow night if you're listening terrestrially on the 14th of January. I went last night at the Rio Rancho Event Center, had a banger of a night with Monster Truck. It was so much fun. But they're gonna clean out all that dirt and they're gonna have a banger show on Sunday for pro wrestling. And I'm gonna be out there slipping little DCCW flyers under every windshield. You know how I am, Sully. I'm that guy. So stick around with us, Ricochet, whenever we get back, and then we'll hit you with the third one before the hour is wrapped. It is going over on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal. Welcome back to the program. Welcome back to Going Over. Banger of a little sit down with Ricochet right there. Just so very appreciative of he telling his story. And Saleh, I know at the time of recording you didn't get to hear it, but here's a small business. Me and Ricochet were born in the same hospital. Isn't that crazy?
What? Really?
Yeah, ain't that wild?
Man, I didn't know they had hospitals where you came from, bro.
St. Joseph Hospital in Alton, Illinois, located about 5 minutes outside of St. Louis, Missouri. Ricochet and I are from the same hometown. So there you go. It is it's just kind of wild how that stuff works. And specifically in pro wrestling, because St. Louis, Missouri is kind of a hotbed for pro wrestling. And it's a shoot hotbed. And I was at Monster Truck last night at the Rio Rancho Event Center. All the production guys for Monster Truck, they're all from my hometown in St. Louis, Missouri, and they all used to run promotion for Dynamo Pro and St. Louis Anarchy and all these different organizations out there, because these are the type of weirdos that are into monster trucks are the same type that are into pro wrestling. So yeah, just a lot of talent out there and a lot of fun and excitement in that world of live entertainment. Sully, talk a little bit about the guests coming out to the Albuquerque Comic Con. Talk about some of the panels that I will be so fortunate to be a part of. Talk about who can be seen from Pro Wrestling Fan here in Albuquerque next weekend.
So Albuquerque Comic Con coming up next weekend, January 19th to the 21st. It's going to be at the Albuquerque Convention Center, and we are very happy to have partnered with Xfinity with that. Thank you so much for that, guys. It's a lot going on. We have so many guests coming through. Famke Hansen or Johnson.
Yep.
We have Christopher Lloyd, Holly Marie Combs, Tom Welling. Like the list just keeps going and going. But I'm excited. My world in this is the panels, and one of the coolest things about this is like I get to put together things that I want to hear someone. So
Right.
I want to hear so and so. So of course, we got to do like a little WWE talk because we have Kevin Nash coming in, Trish Stratus, Booker T, Eric Redbeard, even Ruby Soho is going to be here too.
Destination unknown,
bro. I'm so excited to meet her.
Yeah, so she might be at the top of the list for me. She have all the superstars in attendance, including Kevin Nash and Booker T and Trish Stratus. Ruby Soho is the only one I've never met.
Really?
So I'm like, yeah. So I'm kind of excited say hi to her, and I'm sure she hears it a million times, but just tell her how appreciative I am of her style of work. I think she does a really good job, and specifically the way she's doing it in the organization that hasn't traditionally done it the best. She's reinventing that thing and doing a real good job over there in AEW. So that'll be fun. When are the panels? Is that all set? Do we know when
Panels
fans
are
can come
set.
out?
We have 3 panel rooms going on. You have the WWE night, the
Okay,
WWE panel. More than likely, that'll probably be Kevin Nash, Booker T, and Trish. I think we're
let's
able to get
go.
something with Kevin on that one. Uh, Actually, and here's a little fun thing. I'm giving Aaron a panel, and he's going to be
Aaron Burnett, co-owner of Duke City Championship Wrestling and oft-heard personality here on 95.9 FM, AM 610, The Sports Animal, and 77 KKOB 96.3.
he's coming with a lot of credentials. I'm giving him Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah.
So they're going to be sitting down. They're going to be talking through the day, and like another cool thing that I'm really excited about is my boy Dirtbag Andrew Sanchez. He's an amazing artist. The dude knows his things. He's going to have a one-on-one. I call it like a dirty session or dirtbag session with Edward James Olmos. That's going to be an amazing one. I'm really looking forward to that. We have some great panels coming up, but here's one of the coolest things for Sunday, the 21st. Is it okay if I announce this?
Yeah, please do.
Sunday, the 21st, from 3 to 6 on at the Panorama C, DCCW. We're going to do this. We're going to do a promo camp for all of our people who wants to come out
Gosh.
and say that they want to talk that stuff. I want you to come out and let's do this. Let's see what you got. We're gonna put a camera up. We're gonna give you a mic, and we're gonna show you how to cut a promo.
So, all right, so help me understand. So, Mr. Happy is going to be there, and if you're a fan of Duke City Championship Wrestling, you're going to have a chance to stand across from him and cut a promo against him, or you're going to have a chance to learn. Like, help me put this thing in a perspective.
So, whoever wants to show up, come out. We're gonna have some of our guys there. Mr. Happy wants to be there.
Yeah.
Even if we get, I believe, we have the Plex Mex, the Mexplex. Mexplex. If you want to cut a promo against Jay Sizzle and the Mexplex,
hey,
we will show you what it is, what you need to do to bring a promo about. And we'll
put me on the top of that list. If the traveling flea market is going to walk in to the Comic-Con that I'm a featured part of, that my very good friend Saleh Taylor runs, if he's going to come to town and he's going to try to sell me a Raiders jacket, but it comes with a free TV, I'm not afraid to talk to him about that. I'm not afraid to talk to Plex. I'm not afraid to talk to Sizzle. Also, little like inside pro wrestling, we have like professional photography at every show. We do headshots. We do all this stuff. Everyone gets the same amount of time. You two, Sizzle and Plex. Okay, here's the thing. Just because there's two of you, you don't get four times the amount of time. You get the regular amount of time. The camera it's not going to start making you look better. Like, I'm sorry, that wasn't the one you wanted. It's not the photographer. It's the canvas. Yeah, put me at the top of the list. I'm already ready. I'm greased for it.
Oh, another cool thing. Speaking of panels, Jay Sizzle is going to be talking. He's going to have a one-on-one with Clinton Howard, Ron Howard's brother, Clint Howard.
Oh, he's so funny.
He's so good, man. I'm so excited. We have room for us to be seen, and you're going to see DCCW there, and we're going to be involved with the show, baby. Like more ways than you know. But this promo camp Sunday, the 21st, you come in, and we'll even give an opportunity to do some little character work, and stuff, and like, we'll let you see it from the pros, and we're going to. I'm gonna have some lights. We're gonna give a camera, a mic, and the show's on you, baby.
I'm gonna put together a panel of judges. We're gonna do it like hey, that's not for me, dog. No for me, dog. Whoever. I'm gonna hit Fonzie with a no. Fonzie's gonna come out and cut a promo. And you know, Fonzie's promos are a different. If you don't follow Fonzie LaFleur on social media, his like, I don't even know, back of the house, like the sun is setting, like it's like a coffee cup but filled with cognac. You know, like if you don't follow his promos, you don't even know what art is. You just know what you think is art. Fonzie LaFleur has kind of redefined it. But as soon as I'm gonna go, hey, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
As soon as he starts.
Gonna be good. Lots of chatter in the live chat about the promo content. Well, that's the thing. The live chat can also be cutting promos as well. Mosh Pit Mike wants to know who's going to teach.
Mike.
Yeah, who's going to teach me? He says I'm alternatively trained. That's my thing. I just microphone trained. But it's going to be a good one though. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. You were talking about Christopher Lloyd being at Comic-Con. My most haunting childhood memory is Christopher Lloyd and Roger Rabbit.
Oh, the
dipping
judge.
the shoe into the goose. You know what I'm talking about? When he's in that little shoes going, I'm like, little kid me was like, oh, hey, little clarification. All right, here's the one we should have. So Mosh Pit Mike says that was for Fonzie. So maybe that's the promo we've all needed is the LaFleur versus Pitt off at the Comic-Con. So it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, both those guys are going to be at the booth. Come by and see them. We'll have merchandise. We'll have fun stuff. We'll have discounted tickets for the January 20th show. It's just going to be a banger, dude. I don't know how else to describe it. You know, the tickets are on sale for Clovis. The tickets are on sale for January the 20th at the historic El Rey Theater. Actually, I think I just heard yesterday, the roster for the Clovis show is not set.
Oh.
The roster for the Clovis show is in flux. So there's going to be a lot of like, the fans will tell us, you know, the fans of Duke State Championship, they'll say, we're going to go fight Texas. Like, let us tell you who we want to send.
Ooh.
And if it's Fonzie or Mr. Happy or Mosh Pit Mike or Tommy Two Scoops or I'm just going to assume Hobo Hank's going to be there. I'm just going to put that on the assumption list.
That's a fair. So he already lives halfway there, anyways.
Yeah. Someone's got to keep me in track. Someone's got to do their job. Also, what is our job while we're there? If we're not commentating at Sully, what are we doing in Clovis?
That is a great question. I keep asking myself every day about my life in general. What am I doing? But you know what? Whatever capacity, whatever capacity you want to see us be for this Clovis show, tell us, man. I'm with it. We're here. We're listening. Because you know what? Let's work this, man. This is a dope night.
It's gonna be a whole ordeal. And like we said, so much wrestling coming up. So there's wrestling this weekend for SPCW. That's gonna be a banger. We got Comic-Con next weekend. Wrestling at the historic El Rey Theater on the 20th. That's gonna be so much fun. Immediately after that, we're gonna make our announcement for our February show. And I'm gonna not spoil it, but I'm gonna say the El Rey show after the Clovis show. The Clovis show is the 24th. That's the next event. I'm promising you that. But the next event at the El Rey, it's the last possible day it can be in February. Just hear me out on that, okay?
Oh.
And before all that, my happy ass has to get on a plane and go to St. Petersburg to be part of the Royal Rumble on the 27th.
It's going to be part of that.
Yeah, it's going to be wild fun. Big thank you to WWE, who just unnecessarily gives me so much support and allows me to be a part of some stuff. So I'll be out there for that. I don't know what's happening, but I know I'm going to react to it accordingly. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Also, I just got my Super Bowl credentials. So I'm going to the Super Bowl in the second week of February, and AEW calls and they're like, hey, we're doing a show the night before the Super Bowl. Like, can you come out, be a part of that thing? I'm like, well, yes, I can come out and be a part of that. I'll Uber to Henderson, I guess. But I have to skip like, there's all these Super Bowl
media
parties.
day, right? Yeah, dude.
Well, media day's the Tuesday before. So
okay,
Super Bowl's wild. I've been to a bunch of them. I'm real fortunate. Like I say it like it's passe. It's not. It's the coolest thing I do all year. But Radio Row is a banger. There'll be, I don't know, man, hundreds and hundreds of like Super Bowl caliber, like athletes and celebrities and movie stars and musicians and all the things that are associated with that. But we're going to have a blast there. That media night's on that Tuesday. That's when they put both teams together. They'll probably do that where the Golden Knights play. Is that the T-Mobile Center or whatever it's called? Yeah. And then Thursday night, there's a super sweet media party. The NFL does so good. The rumor is it's going to be at the Sphere. So the rumor is we're going to get inside the Sphere. So that's going to be.
You're going to see you too. You're going to
well,
see you too.
I don't think they're performing for us, but that's going to be a lot of fun. And then we're lined up on like 3 guys named Luke for like Super Bowl party stuff. So like Bud Light has Luke Bryan or Luke Combs or Luke Christopher or Luke. There's a bunch of Lukes, so I know that. So we have to go. We get to go to these super fun parties, and then AEW was like, "Hey, Freddie, on Saturday, can you peel off? Can you come down here? Can you like we see you on WWE, Freddie? Like, why aren't you here on AEW?" And I had to really apologize a lot, and I said, "Why aren't you on Rio Rancho? What's up with the NBA playoffs? What's up with that?
Come on, bud. Come on,
Figure it out. You got me excited, and then you pulled the rug out. But I'll be there." And then obviously the big game Sunday, we come back the following week. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy. It's I'll sleep after spring training. I will do that.
And then we'll be here for you. Whenever you're ready, we'll be here for you.
Crazy life, crazy work, wife, and Saleh Taylor. Saleh, anything we missed before we wrap up this episode of Going Over?
January 20th.
Yeah,
baby. The
that's
Genesis.
the big one.
I know that's not the Genesis. What's the name of the show coming up? January 20th.
Genesis a New Year. There's so much going on you can't even remember it. Also,
yeah.
Also, this street fight thing that's gonna happen. That's gonna be wild.
Oh gosh,
that's not. I like. There's so much going on, dude.
There's
like,
so much.
This is the most fun pro wrestling has ever been. It is the most fun. You're Saleh Taylor. I am Fred Slow. Big thank you to everyone for being part of Going Over. Big thank you to live chat when we do it, when we record. Big thank you to everyone on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Good job, everyone. GG.